The first talk in this session will look at recent developments in biometrics in Argentina, and it will be given by two speakers. We have Pedro Janices, who is the National Director of the National Office of Information Technologies and the Federal Government CIO. He's worked on projects such as the Individual Full Identification Database, implementation of the e-passport and electronic ID, and also upgrades to the police AFIS, the Federal Police AFIS. We also have Mónica Litza, who is currently the National Director of the National Recidivism Registry. So without further ado, we'll get our first speakers.
Within the framework of the Act on International Cooperation in Criminal Proceedings. It started operating in 1934 and was the first agency to incorporate a biometric identification system in the country, in line with the Argentine fingerprint system developed by Juan Busevich. It is located in the geographical center of the city of Buenos Aires, in front of the court palace, and its essential function is to record criminal proceedings in order to certify them for the judicial power and to the federal and provincial security forces. This agency also certifies criminal records for citizens when they apply for settlement or citizenships, firearms ownership and use, applications for a job, and application for a driver license, among others. Over 400,000 criminal proceedings are recorded annually, which contain the patronymic information and fingerprints scored of a person under a judicial proceeding. Additionally, over 1 million certifications of criminal records are annually issued to citizens and 500,000 to justice. In 2000, due to the need to automate processes, the technological department of our agency developed new applications in line with the economic resources available and the particularities that the fingerprint search demanded. For this purpose, a search engine of digital fingerprints was created, constituting the first development of an IT-based fingerprints identification system in the national environment. The system, called SID, was designed so as to be compatible with the AFIS used by different federal and provincial security forces and other government agencies with which we interact. Nevertheless, the system is not able to search for latent fingerprints, which is something essential in crime investigation. Individuals' identification is fundamental in the task developed by the National Recidivism Registry. Reason why the limitations found in some cases due to fingerprints anomalies, congenital problems, and certain pathologies determined the need to consider a deep reform of the creating law of the agency in order to incorporate new biometric identification parameters, which would complement those currently used that are limited to the 10 fingerprint codes. The incorporation of facial photograph, body photograph, tattoos, capture of the iris, and the use of point beam files will allow to complement, repair, and provide higher accuracy in the identification of those cases where the natural fingerprints are real, and consequently it is not possible to visualize the minimum characteristic points for identification. This is increasingly seen in the crimes involving individuals addicted to the remains of cocaine-based paste, also known as Paco in Argentina.